Are you looking to move into ultralight backpacking, maybe for day hikes or even for a through hike? Well, if so, we're going to be looking at the Exos 38. How does that fit for those things? A friendly budget option coming up now. Welcome to Backcountry Renegade. I'm Jeff. Today we're looking at the Osprey Exos 38 backpack. Now this Osprey Exos 38 is actually the small version and it weighs in just under 2.5 pounds or 39.36 ounces. The small version is more like 35 liters. Its dimensions are 27.17 inches in height, 15.75 inches in width, and has a diameter of 11.18 inches. The recommended load carry weight is 15 to 30 pounds, and at any of those weights is pretty comfortable in that weight range. Now where Osprey actually looks to save some weight is in the fabric. Here is a nylon that is 100 denier, while the very bottom is 210 denier for extra stability. There is a stretched mesh front pocket, and that's also 100 denier, and in the rear and side pockets are the same way. The two side pockets are on the side, they're nice and large, and you also have a lid top. So let's start at the back and let's look a little bit more at this. In the back we have the Exoform harness and airspeed ventilation suspension system. It helps distribute load weight and it creates this trampoline effect airspeed mesh back panel. It's very comfortable. It also allows for excellent ventilation. There is a gap between the mesh and the pack, which does a good job holding the pack a bit away from your body to prevent unnecessary pressure points. It helps spread the weight throughout. The ventilation continues into the hip belt and is very comfy. Coming from my Atmos AG65, the weight distribution is a bit different. In the Atmos, the belt is a lot thicker, where here they save some material, went thinner. There's still some cushion and some ventilation here, which is nice, but you can definitely tell a difference between that and the Atmos. And then they went ahead, and one of the complaints that people have is they took away the side pockets. Now, this isn't a problem for me since I like to wear a fanny pack every now and then with my backpack. So if you are a fanny pack person, this should work well. There is a pliable light wire alloy peripheral frame going throughout that helps establish the frame here in the back. It helps it hug around the body, and it goes all the way around here so it could go around the hips. One area Osprey looked to save weight is in the shoulder straps, and it's typically by making it thinner and a little less cushion. And so it's still very nice. There's ventilation, there's cushion, it's breathable, but compared to like my Atmos, you can definitely feel a difference in the shoulder straps. When you get in the 20 to 30 pound range, you can feel it more in your shoulders as the weight bearing is more up there. Another thing is the shoulder straps are sewn in, so you cannot adjust them as far as going up and down like you can with either the Atmos or the Stratus. So make sure you get it your size, make sure you measure up, and you make sure it fits right. So go and check it in at a store and be sized appropriately. Another thing that's very popular with this is the stow on the go trekking pole attachment points. So you have one here, and then it comes out on the other side of the bag in the front here. Put your trekking pole down, and then while it's in there, you can just tighten it and it latches it, so if you need to carry up some steep terrain, you're able to do so. Now turning it around and looking at the top, we have a nice lid. So you can see the lid right here. This comes off, and underneath you also have a flap. So if you decide to remove the lid, you can do so and just go with the flap, save a little bit of weight. The one complaint I have about this is if you choose to go with the lid, you still have this flap. You cannot take it off. So if you're looking to get extreme on your saving weight, this you just have to deal with. But if you decide to remove the lid, you can do so. Now inside you have a mesh pocket on the inside, and then you also have a pocket on the top here as well. So the very nice deep pockets in here. I have my emergency kit and my water filter in here, and so pretty roomy. Put a lot of things in there. If you choose to go with the lid, one thing that is pretty cool is you do have these little straps right here. You can do attach points, you can put some carabiners on there, and just attach it to various things as well. So taking off the lid gives you access to the main compartment, and this is a top loader, so you can see how much room you have in here. I'll take my stuff out. So I have my puffy coat, I have a tin fly, I have my tent, I have my Thermarest mattress, and my sleeping bag. And so all that fits in there just fine with a room to spare, so you can see how much room is in there. Pretty big cavity there. You also have this little tie down where once you pack everything, you want to cinch everything down real good, you can do that. So that's also really nice. So the top loader acts as like a big stuff sack, so you can just put everything in there. Looking more at the front, we can take a look here. You can see you do have this meshy pocket here. So this is mesh, it stretches. Now previous models, what they had is this part was all mesh, and it would poke holes when they put things like snowshoes and stuff in here. So what Osprey decided to do is reinforce it with a better material here. And so they have some of the nylon, the thicker nylon, rather than the stretchy mesh all the way across. So what that does is it prevents holes as well. You also have an ice axe holder here where you can put it in here and then the loop goes there, so you can hold one ice axe pretty good. And as we said, this is part over here is where you'd hold your trekking poles with the attachment in the back there. One way Osprey decides to save weight is by going with thinner straps and thinner buckles. And so as a result, it's lightweight, it's minimal, but at the same time, it's pretty dependable. So my worry was that they'd be not sturdy enough, but they are plenty sturdy. They can hold a good load. The compression straps compress really nicely, even though they're pretty thin. So they're dependable. The nice thing too is you have these holders here, these mesh pockets, which are extra durable here in the back. So if you decide to put tent poles in here, it's not going to punch a hole through just mesh. Also, they're nice and deep, so if you decide to put a couple water bottles, you can do that very well in here. Now with the compression straps, they can go either inside the pocket or you can weave them to where they go outside the pocket. On the bottom here, there is no sleeping bag compartment. You just have to stuff it all the way down there if you choose to bring a sleeping bag. Well, so far this pack is really good, but I will say you can feel it right here, since these straps are a bit narrower than what I'm used to coming from the Atmos 65. You can feel it here. It's not bad, but your shoulders are bearing a lot more of the weight. What are my concluding thoughts? Overall, this is a very nice pack. If you're gonna go ultralight, if you wanna do that, this is an excellent option while maintaining a friendly budget. It's a spacious day pack as well, so if you wanna go on a long day hike, you can fit plenty of gear in here. So it's a good option if you're looking at those things. Now for me, what am I doing? I've decided that because I have a Stratos 34, it's similar size, but it's a little bit beefier material, it's a little more comfortable, it's a little more adjustable. I've decided I'm going to stick with the Stratos. And I'm actually looking at the Exos 48 for more of my multi-day hikes, because I do need to carry a bear canister where I'm at. And so I'm looking at that, something that will be able to hold that. So stay tuned for the Exos 48. So what do you think of the Osprey Exos 38? Is this something you would use? Would you use it for day hikes, through hikes, or the weekender? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And as always, thanks for watching.